All right, have not done a YouTube video in a hot minute. Been really busy, just work and everything. I've still been skating and everything, but when I have been skating, I've just wanted to kind of focus on the session and everything like that. So I just haven't dedicated time to a YouTube video. Since I am back now, I figured the first thing to do, since people have been wanting one for a while and I haven't done one in a really long time, is to do a trick tip. So I'm gonna do a trick tip on something that I don't see a lot of people do, especially this way. It's gonna be mostly for double-sided curbs, so if you're doing it on a single-sided curb, it'll be different, but we're gonna do slappy salad grinds. And yeah, the way that I do it is I kind of pinch it on the other side and yada yada. Anyways, haven't been skating curbs a lot, so bear with me. I'm gonna warm up a little bit, take it easy. Things are probably not gonna go that smooth. I've been just popping a lot, so I've just been skating ledges, doing flip tricks, skating rails and everything. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's get to the warm up at least. Yo! Can't even get into a crooked grind. The sun's doing really good crooks. I'm not. There we go. Ah. Good kickflip. Yeah, Levi. Woo! I'll take it. Oh! Oh, wow. That was bad. Oh, it was a little bit better, but still crap. Try to rotate too quick. And then, nice! Yeah, I got your back. Ah, no! Dang it! Ah, I thought I had your back. That was set. 2 in a row? All right. I got you on this one. See, that's not what you want to do, where you don't pop it up at all. There we go. I'll take that. Yeah, there you go. Dang, that was good. That was good. All right. Okay, as you can see, super rusty. Everything was hard. I didn't even do anything front side because I was like, F it. But yeah, let's get into foot placement for this trick. And you know how I go through it. I go foot placement, approach, and then, you know, how to get out of it and all that good stuff. But, oh, one thing. Prerequisite for this trick is really good if you have blunt slides, like pretty good. Because if you have a pretty good blunt slide, especially on a double-sided curb, this will be like significantly easier. So, yeah, let's get into foot placement. Okay, so for foot placement, the way that I do it is I kind of have my foot in between these 2 bolts, and I'll have it kind of like my toe at that edge, maybe even a little hanging off. And then my back foot is kind of like, you kind of want it to be over by your toe side edge a little bit, because that's where you're gonna like pinch it. And I'll show you that in just a second. But yeah, so this is kind of my foot placement. And yeah, I'll show you exactly how you pinch it, and then we'll go up over like approach and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'll kind of go into both of these at once, but like the approach and then how you lock in. So the way that I kind of do it is I'll kind of go at like, it's not a 45-degree angle, it's probably like a little less, because you do want to be like pointed that direction. Like for me, I'm goofy, so I do want to have my shoulder not completely open like you would a blunt slide. You still want it a little closed off, and you want your body really pointed the way that you're getting in. So this will be like kind of the angle of approach right here. And then once you go up and in, you kind of go over it, and it's like you're gonna blunt slide, but you're sitting on this toe. So you end up pinching on this wheel on the other side of the curb, if that makes sense. So this is where you'll pinch, and you'll kind of just sit there like this, and you'll just be standing kind of like this. And that's why if you have your shoulders open too much, you'll end up like this, and that's not where you want to be. So you do, it's, you know, it is a little bit opposite of the blunt slide where you're kind of have most of your weight on your heel, so you keep going. This is like, once you get in, it'll grind good, especially if you have a good double sider. But yeah, you're sitting like this, and you kind of got to not let it, you're fighting to let it drop over the other side. And coming out of this trick is really pretty easy, because once you're grinding, you can kind of just let it go, and you can fall out this way off the other side, or if you're going off the end, kind of just straighten it up just a little bit. So it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, you want your shoulders and everything to not open all the way. You do want to have them pointed at the direction that you're kind of coming in. And I'll kind of just be sitting on this toe. My front foot's kind of floating a little bit. My toes will probably most likely be hanging off on this toe side edge for my front foot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then once you get this down, like going straight into it, or you can do it first. You can do the blunt slide into it. Blunt slide into it, for me, like, took a little bit more to learn. It was easier for me. I actually learned this trick before blunt slides, because I was trying to blunt slide, but I wasn't opening my shoulder. And that was kind of like how I figured it out. So yeah, that's your kind of angle. And you kind of just like, you go real light, like you're just gonna blunt slide, like kind of gliding up the curb. And then you just sit on that toe, and you'll just kind of cruise right along like this. Hopefully I'll be able to get some right now. But yeah, this is it. Let's get to it. One thing I just kind of realized is you have to kind of point your back foot forward a little bit. And I forgot that I used to do it that way. Yeah, that like gets you into the good grind on the other side. For some reason, if your back foot is square, it doesn't want to like fully do the grind. I don't know why that is. Something about the way this trick pinches just helps if you point your back foot forward a little bit. Yeah. Not like a crazy amount, but a little bit. So yeah, I think that's one of the big keys. Yeah, like it feels so much easier when you just point your back foot forward. I think it's because your body is so contorted with the trick, because your body like kind of wants to open, but you're kind of fighting it a little bit. So if you can just hug that back toe and just point it and stay like real bent, it goes good. Like everyone that I'm like nice and like loose, and I got my back toe pointed right. My front foot's a little pointed, more pointed forward than normal blunts. That was a little bit more blunty. They might have grinded at the end, but I think my back foot wasn't as pointed forward. It also kind of helps if you do drop your nose just a smidge on the other side. That's kind of something that occurred to me too, just to make sure your truck grinds. There were a few that my wheel was up there, but my truck wasn't going in. Yeah, like that was good. Ha! Ha! That was tight. right, so I forgot to record the outro the other day, but yeah, that is Slappy salad grinds. So some of the keys is, you know, one of the things that I figured out at the end, and I know I talked about it while I was skating, is to kind of point your back foot kind of forward in the direction that you're going. For some reason, it helps you lock in on that other side of the curb and like come out pretty nice. And then also you're pointing your kind of front foot as well. So you want to be, your body wants to be at that angle that you kind of go into the grind at, and then you're just sitting on your toe. And you can kind of just, you can droop to the other side and just kind of fall out of it, or you can just kind of turn and go off the end of the curb if you have a curb that has an end. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I know that you guys had some other trick tips you were kind of requesting. One of the ones that people were talking about recently was like the blunt to switch crook. I guess technically it would be blunt to like 180.50 or whatever, technically. So, but you can call it whatever. If you go straight into it, I guess I'd call it like a 180.50 pretty much. But you pinch it on the other side of the curb. That's a fun one. I usually pop those out to fakie, so maybe I can do one on that trick to regular and to fakie. That's a good one. Seems to be really popular kind of in curb skating right now, so could be a good one for all you guys. I do want to talk about the wheels that I've been skating recently. Bones sent me some wheels. They're that new shape, the V7 locks. They've been really, really good. I've been skating them on my normal board, and I kind of want to set for my curb board as well, but the smallest size they had was 54, and I usually skate like 50, 53. So I just skated them until they wore down some for my normal board. But yeah, I got some other videos kind of on the list. So if you guys want to see any other trick tips besides that, like one I just talked about, the 180.50 thing or whatever, you know, let me know. I'll do some probably curb sessions as well. I haven't been, like I said earlier, I haven't been skating curbs as much, so I do want to kind of start on it again. You know, I felt like I was kind of losing a little bit of my tricks and stuff. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon.